Hey, welcome back to my channel, Told for Talks. Today, we're going to look at issues 3 and 4 of the 1985 limited issue series Rocket Raccoon. So, yeah, we looked at 1 and 2 a couple weeks ago before the movie, before Guardians 3 came out. And, I don't know, I thought it'd become fun to look at the last two after the movie premiered. So I saw the movie on Friday of opening week. So I probably forgot everything. But no, actually that movie kind of stuck with me. I wasn't didn't think I would really, I kind of left the theater like, yeah, I don't know if I like this or not. But it's kind of one of those movies that sort of sticks with you when you think about. And I think I'm pro at this point, pro Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And I'll probably see it again before it leaves the theater. Because, it wasn't exactly what I expected, but I think it was pretty cool. I think it was good. The dialogue maybe wasn't as much fun, and it didn't have like a really great flow like the other movies maybe had, in my opinion. But it just seemed a little kind of off and a little clunky. But I think overall, just the different, it seemed quite a bit darker. And I think that's okay, maybe to switch things up a little bit. Like I said, it's been kind of sticking with me. And then after, going back and reading 2 and 4, the stark contrast between the movie and, the original Rocket Raccoon as he was conceived by Marvel. It's kind of fun. So the toy war has begun. Rocket and Blackjack O'Hare have teamed up here, and they're getting away from the two crazy, power mad toy builders. All creators are a little crazy. And here they are, they're talking, they're like, man, we have our differences, but we need to team up, and we need to get rid of that Rocket Raccoon. He's been a thorn in our side. And so they're teaming up, and they're going to take Rocket Raccoon down, and then I guess they're going to decide what happens. So O'Hare has taken the gang, Walrus, Lila, and Rocket, and himself, into the robot side of Half-World, and this is where all the toy deals go down. And there they meet Uncle Pico, Judson Jake's chief toy smith. So he's one of the toy smiths for the big toy builders. And they're not too happy with him because he ran off with the Half-World Bible. But when he kind of explains what's going on, they're a little bit more willing to kind of go along with his plans. So what we have here is kind of the origin of Half-World. And this is my only experience of Half-World in Marvel Comics. So I'm not sure if Half-World shows up again or not, but it's kind of an interesting idea. This world was populated by the crazies from another planet, and it was populated by them. They're hospice workers. They're called hospice ships, So I guess they're hospice workers, and placed on this planet where they were kind of isolated from the sane people of the other planet, and they were experimented on to expand their knowledge of mental illness. So it sounds like a good thing. I think mental illness is definitely something that people should be aware of, and maybe our culture should spend more time sorting that out. But it was so they found the planet and they were happy to find it. They constructed a facility to house and treat the patients. They were determined to prove that those poor souls deemed hopelessly insane could be cured. And what happened is so often happens with good programs, their funding was cut. And so the hospice ships, the workers, they left, but the loonies were to be cared for by robots and their pets. So kind of what happened is the robots developed some form of artificial intelligence, and they began experimenting also on the pets. The pets turned into Rocket. So I mean, I could see, this is not that different than what the high evolutionary did to Rocket and Lila Walrus or Teeth. But maybe, I don't know if we just don't see the dark side, or maybe they were a bit more humane in their experimentation. But through that experimentation, we end up with these guys, as they are, pretty good shape. They have there's some appendages, but nothing quite as creepy or as body horror like as in the movie. And so for a comic, this is probably the way to go. For the movie, maybe pushing an R rating, that's well, plus I mean, it really I like it because Rocket was always kind of a jerk. They're all kind of jerks. I mean, in a fun way in the movies, in the MCU. But to see where Rocket came from was, and why he is the way he is, I thought it was done really well. The more I thought about it, the more I liked it. But anyway, so O'Hare went back to his evil ways. Pico, of course, has a laser cannon, hidden in his shell. And O'Hare goes for Lila. Lila's kind of the key to all this. She's the heir to a massive toy fortune. Whoever gets Lila gets all the business. Anyway, so they fight these guys off. And they take the Half-World Bible to meet the head robot. The only way that this would be better is if it was, the giant robot head. That would make it better if it was giant. But they actually feed the information from the Half-World Bible, which contains a lot of the experiments and the data from the experiments done on the loonies after they first arrived to Half-World. And they feed it in by actually feeding the book to the robot head. But Pico, translated it earlier, so I'm assuming that had something to, why they didn't has something to do with why maybe they didn't do this earlier, but it doesn't really matter because it's a goofy. This comic is kind of goofy, but it's fun, and it's early Mignola, so it's pretty cool. And this is the answer right here. This is the answer they get. Well, that answer is a helmet. Nice cover. And the helmet, they're calling the Wonder Toy. And this Wonder Toy is going to cure the loonies. And they're willing to pay graham crackers. I miss graham crackers. I wonder if they still make them. I'm sure they do. I think I'm going to find me some graham crackers when this is all over. But no, they're not going to make the loonies pay. These Wonder Toy helmets that cure mental illness are all for free. Pretty groovy. I'm assuming no drugs. I'm not sure how it works. They don't go into the science behind it, but could be a placebo for all I know. And here we're back with Jakes, Judson Jakes, and Divine. And you know they can't have the loonies cured because if they're cured, they're not going to need their toys. And so not only are they curing the loonies, but they're not even charging. They're not charging for the Wonder Toy cure. So man, they let it all out. All the crazy ships and all the weapons at their command. But meanwhile, the loonies are being cured. And so we have some good humor, some humor here, sort of. Rocket says giddy up to the robot horse, pulling their carnival Barker wagon. It says giddy up. The horse says giddy up? ? Pardon me, but is that quaint colloquialism supposed to merit a serious response? Look, robot, stay and argue semantics and you're gonna end up robo-horse hash. Ah, I get your drift. Well, giddy up it is then, and tally-ho too. Very cute. And the battle rages on. And it's not looking good for our friends, our heroes, Rocket and his gang. But something, Rocket's at the last minute. He's like, hey man, I am just going to take these guys out. I don't care what it costs me. Lila, oh Rocket, my hero. You don't see panels like this in comics anymore. For better or for worse. But anyway, yeah, things aren't going good. But who should come to their rescue but the cured loonies? And they're fighting for their world. So I think that's kind of a good message. If you got a world, you should fight for it. You should change it. You should kick out the crazy toy makers and make it a better place. Yeah, don't leave. Fight for change. Yep, and so the toy tyrant's dreams have been vanquished. Dreams of total domination. it's all over. And so in the end, Rocket leaves Half-World to the former loonies, and you know, Rocket gets some kind of resolution, because through the whole series, he's kind of, his thing is just, all he's experienced his whole life is the complete insanity of Half-World and the loonies, and now he gets to go beyond the realm of Half-World, and hopefully he's going to experience some sanity, I guess. You've made it, Rocket. You've escaped the insanity of Half-World. And they're off for other adventures. And honestly, until maybe I read some Guardians of the Galaxy books in, 5-6 years ago, I had kind of, I remembered the series and remembered it fondly, remembered it was fun. I think there was one of the issues I had to track down. The others I either bought at the comic shop or on the newsstand. And I couldn't really tell you what it was about. I just knew I liked the character. And the fact that Rocket was in Guardians of the Galaxy, the Volume 1, first movie, was one of those features of the movie that got me excited about it, just because I remembered enjoying this comic. And I didn't even bother to go back and look at it to see, whether they are being true to the character or not. I guess I enjoyed the movie so much I didn't care. So I think this is one of those cases where maybe the movie might be better, maybe cooler. Of course, I'm older now. But anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear from anyone, please. All right, I've got 39 subs. Sign up, man. Do a brother a solid and, sub to Tolver's channel. Help me support and promote my comic, Winterland. The first issue of which is done. And I've actually printed a few. I'm going to print some more, though, because I don't have any left of this first printing. And I'm making more. I got three issues that are pretty much ready to go, and a fourth issue that I was working on just this morning. So it's turning into kind of like a crazy epic. Yeah, all right. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. Cheers. Later.